Okay folks, this will be the last demo set on this micro SD card, and I've got a new one to put in for the next load after this. But anyway, let's just get stuck in and do our demos as usual. I don't know how big we're going to make this one. I'm going to leave that contrast there. Okay, let's see what we have here to demo with. We have here this sketchbook, my brother. This is my brother's old, I think it's K5, Kerry 5, and that's his class, grade 7. This is his work. This was 1988. And this is what we're interested in, this picture. So this is one of my brother's works. My brother is an asshole, unfortunately. But he was really good academically. He was really proficient as a student. He always did well as much as he could, and even though he was clearly not a great artist or paint or drawer, but he still took trouble to do it. He was a very well-rounded, academically achieving sort of a guy. Can't say the same for me, folks. I was the underachiever, but I know that I had brain damage at birth. I had a cord around my neck and I came out feet first. This affected my ability to learn and to retain information, to absorb and retain. And it caused a great deal of grief at school. And my brother got teased because of me, unfortunately. Even though I also believe I have high functioning autism, and I think that was what got my brother teased, because of the way that I used to behave. And the brain damage and the high functioning autism were both essentially undiagnosed. So undiagnosed disabilities can be a real headache, folks. They can be a real problem. You know, you're expected to perform because of the high functioning. I'm really smart. That sort of masked my low functioning bits. So I do believe the hippocampus and the short-term memory have been damaged during the birth trauma that I mentioned. And yeah, I got into a lot of trouble for my low performing academic performance, because basically I was expected to perform really well, and they didn't see that I had an intellectual disability, or you could say a partial intellectual disability. They didn't see it, so I got branded a troublemaker. A troublemaker in so many words, which was really a hard pill to take. But, you know, that's what happens when you don't get the right professional help, and you end up being treated like it's your fucking fault when it's not, and clearly you couldn't help it. I never chose to come out feet first with a cord around my neck. Did I choose that as a fucking baby? No, I didn't. How could I? And yet I got treated like I was a fucking troublemaker at school, and I got teased, I got bullied, and I do consider the high functioning autism, though it's not been diagnosed, as an asset now rather than a problem, because it helps me keep focused on this stuff. And I'm trying to get in touch with my partner Luigi, who I really miss, and I'm trying to get on the 6 o'clock news on Channel 9, and it's really proving to be difficult, but I'm going to keep trying, folks. And the problems I had at school, which caused my brother to turn on me, I'm hoping that when I go to air on the 6 o'clock news, my brother and also my father, who are both assholes, who don't appreciate my photocopier art, I'm hoping they will they will eventually appreciate it because I've become a success with it as an artist, and I need Channel 9 to broadcast my material. Otherwise I'll go under financially and I'll never make amends with my brother and my father. They'll never forgive me and I'll never forgive them. And my dad's got heart problems, so he could end up taking this to his grave. And that's come up looking quite interesting. He could end up taking all this to the grave if I don't go on the 6 o'clock news. And I don't want to have to allow my father to die not knowing his daughter and loving his daughter. So I'm trying to make this work really presentable. So I'm trying to get on the 6 o'clock news with Channel 9. It's proven to be more difficult than I thought. Basically, I've got to ration my showers and my lighting because I've got to try and save money on electricity. I can't afford to keep this campaign going much longer on my own. I've got to find where Luigi is and get in touch with him. And I'm trying to get this stuff to go to air on the 6 o'clock news so I want to make money as an artist, folks. I don't want to keep working in what's called an Australian disability enterprise. I actually want to be an artist. I want to be well known as a photocopier artist. I want to focus on what I can do, not what I can't do. I don't want my disability to take centre stage. It's caused me enough grief in my youth as it is, and I don't want it to keep determining my future. So I'm trying to get my work out there, and I'm trying to get recognised as a real artist. These are stuck together. This is the one we're utilising. So yeah, I really want to get recognised as an artist. I've got that fire in my belly that I just want to let loose with. I want to be recognised as an artist, not a fucking person living with disability, because disability is really quite a boring and unfulfilling thing to have to deal with. I'm trying my best to present myself and to get my work out there. I know I'm not a rich person, I'm not fucking famous yet. I know that Channel 9 typically likes to stick their noses up the asses of the rich and famous, and avoiding people like myself who are just pieces of shit that society has put in the reject bin. Even the reject shop is less reject than a person like myself. These people buy that shit. It's meant to be really cheap, but basically, yeah, I don't feel very fulfilled as an artist, not being able to get any art exhibitions happening, and I need to get some exhibitions, because there's nothing more unnatural for an artist than not being able to exhibit artwork. I'm going to decide which one I want to use. I want to use that one. Do you think maybe? But basically, yeah, I'm trying my best, despite the fact that I'm disabled. As I said, I know I don't have the prestige. I don't have the fame and the fortune. I don't have class. But, you know, I'm talented. I want to be recognised for my talent. I don't want my disability being the determining factor of what I can and can't do. Otherwise, what's the point of living, folks, if you can't live your dreams, if you can't make the world a better place? And that's one of the things I'd like to do, is I'd like to make a lot of money and give a lot of money away, help other people with disabilities, people who are on the street, among a couple of types of people I'd like to assist. I don't want to be the one that's on the ground. I want to be up there. And I've always wanted to be a star, even without actually recognising it consciously. I've been a local identity, but I'm not the kind of person that wants to stay that way. You don't you can't do much for the world by just focusing on your local area. You've got to go beyond your local area. That looks really like I don't know what I'm doing here. I was trying to move that further. Fuck. I think I did it wrong. I think I didn't do it right. Yeah, I got that part right. Yeah, that's it. That's the part I was trying to do. Might have to enlarge it again a little bit more to push it up a bit. But yeah, I do want to be recognised as a talented artist, not a fucking person who's disabled. I'm trying to get off the Centrelink. I don't want to be on Centrelink. I don't want to be working in what effectively is a sheltered workshop, or what's now called an Australian Disability Enterprise, an ADE. You don't earn much money and it's really boring work. The one I'm with is really good. They treat you with respect, but you still don't get much reward, as in, you don't. It's really hard to earn enough money to survive, and I'm trying to get in touch with partner Luigi. Sorry, my memory's a bit fucked. But basically I'm trying to get in touch with Luigi, and we'll be able to support each other financially as well as being together. I want to marry him. I've always wanted to be married. I've never fancied myself a singleton, folks, so it's up to Channel 9 to make a difference and help make me self-sufficient, because there's only so much you can ration, like having one shower a week and washing my hair once every 2 weeks. That's not something acceptable in modern society, but unfortunately the power prices have gone up, and also I'm not using my overhead lights. I'm using torches and a lantern, an USB powered lantern that someone donated money for, and I was able to buy it. So I've got that to keep my lounge room illuminated. It's still very dim. But basically, yeah, I'm trying my best to be somebody, and I really wish that Channel 9 would stop playing house fires and car crashes and murders all the time, and all this sport, fucking sport, all the time. They often play it in the general bulletin, not just the sport bulletin. If you've ever noticed that, folks, is that they have too much emphasis on sport, and sport is really, to me, is a piece of shit anyway. I don't care for it, and I know I'm just biased. I don't like sport, but it's not doing anything useful in my books, but that's about it. And yeah, that's come up looking quite a treat. And it's up to you, Channel 9, to play my material so that I can get off Centrelink and stop being a burden on the taxpayer, and so I can help be self-sufficient and help others who are less fortunate than myself. So it's up to you. The ball is in your court. The power is in your hands. I have to wait on you, folks. It's up to you. Gotta go.